said that you do not recall processing him after the incident when Maya Perez and I, Jay Perez, were kidnapped.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and if you would recall, this happened on the 19th, and I believe that the following day, that's when you approached me and said timestamp, March 20th, 2022, this is when we had that conversation, and this is when I've issued you this warrant of arrest.
Yes,
Okay? Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, so that you are all aware, this Annex D that was actually provided to us, this is actually for a case that LSPD brought to my attention, and this was already reported prior. And Officer Barbara Uy, let me just go and ask you, a police report is being provided by every citizen, or you guys will be the ones who will be filing this, is correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so for sure, for every instance, every case, you guys would have a copy of this in the MDT. This is correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, Officer Barbara, nung na-process nyo na yung sa MDT, ano ba dapat yung next step of the process? It's for you to file a police report. Tama ba?
No, we actually filed the rep first kasi hindi namin siya mapoproseso sa Bolingbrook. That's why we said na hindi nga siya na-proseso kasi we have to work on our MDT at dun siya kukunin ng mga warden sa Bolingbrook. So police report first,
and then MDT.
Pag-processing.
Okay. So when issuing a police report, how were you able, why did you go ahead and approach me about that? And then when you were in the process of doing so, 'di ba? Sinabi ko, we will collaborate, 'di ba? We will collaborate. So sinend mo sa akin yung details and then I will go ahead and provide you the necessary document. Meron bang bypass doon?
Judge, I think medyo misunderstanding kasi yung sinasabi ko na hindi nga na-process is yung nangyari nung March 19. At yung warrant of arrest 1, it's about the attempted murder of Lucas, which is a different case. Tama po ba, Judge? At kasi yung sinasabi ko na hindi pa na-process si Tintin is yung warrant of arrest 2. So it's different. So kung iba yung incident title dun sa warrant of arrest 1, medyo na kasi
okay, now I get what you mean. Your Honor, if I may, I would like to go ahead and submit a petition for clerical error. The one that is being specified here is Annex E, clerical error because of the incident title.
I object, Your Honor.
Proceed.
The objection, Your Honor, is that the defense counsel should have had a ample time to question what are these warrant of arrests being filed for as presentment of evidence prior to this.
I would like to counter that. Again, it is a clerical error which should already be honored in the court of law.
The clerical error should be at the disposal of you po because you should have to have a check on what are the warrant of arrests, not on the day of the trial.
I would also like to go ahead and counter that because I would have already countered it if the prosecution have approached me regarding this. This was all presented to be in writing and we did not cross-examine the evidences together, which is normally the proper court procedure, Your Honor.
The cross-examination can be filed with the email. I was waiting for that to happen. So if there was no cross-examination on that email because of the timely manner, we have responsibilities not only here. I believe that it is already acceptable kung may pinag-usapan po doon sa ating email. Kung ako naniniwala ako na kung yun pinag-usapan yun ay pwede ko pong i-clarify. The issue at hand po that was presented with the clerical error is that ngayon lang po na-discover po ni Chief Justice Day yung issue na yan because of this questioning. Ang sa akin kasi is I was wondering why he could have asked the warrant of arrest before the trial. Why now? And Sir Barbara Uy, not person who is just hiding where he is a police officer in the LS.
And then I will go ahead and proceed with this. So I will go ahead and cross-examine again the witness. But do you agree to this, Mr. Barbara Uy, that these incidents have been reported prior to the warrants being created?
Yes, of course. So we talked. It was reported verbally to you. Sinabi namin ito sa'yo. Napag-usapan natin.
Okay. So, Your Honor, based on the statement that Mr. Barbara Uy has provided, despite of the fact that there was a clerical error on my part, I would have to say that all of the documents that have been presented have a corresponding report or / agreement with LSPD on how these documents have been manifested. So, just to continue, Your Honor, I just want to go ahead and ask Mr. Barbara Uy, okay, and the relevance regarding one of these warrants. So, you already see both Annex D and Annex E.
Mhm.
And once again, let me just go ahead and reiterate here, Mr. Barbara Uy. Do you think that based on the documents presented, are they not solid enough evidence for any judicial member to file or approve, to file and approve a temporary restraining order?
If it is valid. The reports are valid, the evidence are valid. But what I think is what Attorney Mox was implying, that is before I actually gave you the police report, that the warrant of arrest for the crime na nangyari kay Lucas was already been filed before ko mabigay yung police report. And then I'm under oath, and I'm just
Yes,
I'm
continue,
here
continue,
saying.
continue.
So I think what happened there kasi, Judge, is we just talk verbally. Hindi pa siya napunta sa database, hindi ko pa siya alam yung sa parte ni Lucas.
Mhm.
Hindi ko pa siya nasulat, sinusulat ko pa lamang siya.
Mhm.
And when I got there is the two warrant of arrest are ready.
Okay, let me ask you.
Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. Officers, please, that guy with the black robe, can you please sit?
Sorry, Chief.
Okay,
Okay, proceed.
thank you. Okay, so then let me go ahead and ask you this, Mr. Barbara Uy. So we issued you a soft copy. Is this correct?
Soft copy, warrant
Yes.
of arrest.
Yes, the soft copy was issued. But before we, like any court procedure or any kind of operation that needs to be conducted, so nung binigay ko sa iyo yung hard copy na mga warrant of arrest, naibigay mo na sa akin yung police report prior to that. Tama ba?
Dun sa kaso nung kidnapping, but for the case of Lucas Fulkerson, again, you were standing in front of the courthouse and the two warrant of arrest are ready at dala-dala ko pa lamang yung police report, Judge.
Okay. So, let me just go ahead and emphasize this. I gave you the warrant of arrests after mo binigay sa akin yung mga police report.
Nagpalitan na lang tayo at that moment, Judge, because
Nagkapalitan.
it was ready, naka-ready na talaga sila, so it means it was printed before I even give the hard copy of the police report.
Mhm. So, meaning to say nga, yung document na binigay ko sa'yo, naka-ready na yon, but at the same time, I was already made aware of the incidents which manifested these documents, di ba?
Yes, you are aware.
So, Your Honor, I think that this honorable court will actually allow me to say this. Then, ibig sabihin nun, since aware naman na ako, I was given the knowledge na meron yung ganong classic incident, then our position is to go ahead and prepare the document, and once the official report has been submitted, then ibibigay na natin yung warrant. Kasi, Your Honor, if I did not receive the warrant, I did not receive the report, then I would not have pushed through and provided Mr. Barbara Uy with the said warrant of arrest. So, last question, Your Honor. Mr. Uy, regarding ulit tayo dito sa warrant of, sa temporary restraining order. You were at Attorney Mox right now na yung document says that it prohibits. Diba?
Yes.
Okay. Were you aware a TRO that was provided was not the actual TRO? This was the petition that was being supplied to court for us to be able to create the official TRO.
Yes.
So aware ka na hindi ito ang TRO na nagsasabi na hindi kayo pwede mag-provide ng investigation.
Yes, that's why I'm what you call this, differentiate ko na merong dalawa na nasa LSPD ultimatum, because we were
Okay.
referring to LSPD ultimatum.
Okay. Very good. So, Your Honor, so itong provide ni Maya Perez, this is the petition, okay? And this is not the final or the official TRO.
I'm sorry, Judge, dun sa prohibition, pinoprohibit kami. Yun yung nasa hard copy, Judge.
Nasa hard copy. Pero
Yes
this
po.
this is nung binigay sa'yo yung hard copy, do you have a copy of the hard copy?
Yes, I actually do. Nasa locker ko yun. Attorney Sia has a copy. Quintin has a copy. Ito yung naipasa sa amin.
Okay.
Yung pinoprohibit kami na mag-imbestiga dun sa hostage taking sa observatory.
Okay. Sino nagbigay sa'yo ng copy na to?
It was Judge Ray. Yes, it was Ray.
It was Ray. Okay. Were you aware that the approval that was given, hindi yun yung na-print?
So it was different. The thing here, Judge, is kapag binagsak nyo sa amin, that's why nung nilapitan kami, we were shocked then. Kasi ibabagsak nyo sa amin yung mga ganitong papeles.
Mhm.
From what we know is that you guys already worked on it. No? Pinag-usapan nyo na yung mga ganitong bagay. So, kaya kapag binigay na sa amin, that it was already been, alam mo yun, dumaan sa tamang proseso. Kaya
Dumaan
nung
sa tamang
ibinigay sa
proseso?
amin to,
Okay.
I'm not really, kasi labas na kami dun sa trabaho na yan. Kapag binigay na lang sa amin, dun na lang kami babalik ulit dun sa senaryo, di ba? Judge.
Yes, and I totally agree. So, ibig sabihin yan, Your Honor, yung na-provide sa LSPD na document was not the one that I approved, which is the one that was posted on the LSP ultimatum. And if that's the case, I rest my case on that regard, Your Honor.
Your Honor, can I have my
Sir.
redirect examination for Barbara?
Okay,
I'll
sure.
make it this short. Hello po, Sir Barbara. Sorry po sa...
No, it's okay, attorney.
Sir Barbara, ito po yung question ko. You were shocked about between the petition and the approval of Judge TRO, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Ano ang magiging basis ng approval ng isang TRO? Is it the petition or somebody else? Or something else? Yung basis ng approval ng TRO.
Your Honor,
Ay, so basis ng
Basis
What's going
ng
on?
pag
Mhm.
yung pag-approve ni Chief Justice doon sa TRO. Ano yung source niya? Saan ang source? Saan ang galing yun?
From what I believe kasi dun sa nangyari sa kanila March 19.
Do you believe
ang-
that
mhm.
do you believe that in every approval there's always a petition, correct?
Yes.
So the petition that was submitted to you by Attorney Maya is the source or it is the basis of the approval of the TRO, correct?
Yes.
So that being said po, Your Honor, the TRO that was submitted before in the LSPD ultimatum should have the basis presented from the petitions na submitted. Di po pa pwede na may TRO na sinamit tapos you are going to have an approval of a different TRO that doesn't have any basis. So, yun. So, with
I'm
that...
sorry, Your Honor. Could you, sorry, I was actually thinking about something. If the prosecution, please repeat yung statement la, like siguro mga pull back mga 20 seconds. ng statement.
You want me to ask or i-summarize?
No, you
Sorry,
repeat
Repeat
your
lang
statement.
yung statement.
Okay.
Mga 20 seconds.
So, ulitin ko, TRO that was submitted, Sir Barbara, that was submitted in the LSPD ultimatum. Yun po yung inapprove by Justice J. Perez, correct?
Yes. Mhm.
So, would you believe or ano ang source or would you believe that the petition submitted by Maya is the source and the basis of that approval of TRO?
Your Honor, objection. The question is misleading because Barbara Uy did already say kung bakit nagkaroon ng intent dahil nga daw po doon sa sa abduction na nangyari.
J. Perez, do you have any witnesses?
Yes. With your Honor's permission, I would like to go
Tama
ahead
lang
and call
ba-
to
okay
the
lang ba
witness
ginawa
stand
ko,
the
Dor?
person
Okay
who
lang.
actually initiated the petition and the actual source of why this court is actually in session.
Pwede pa kayo ulit po, Panyero? Sorry.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to go ahead and call to the witness stand the reason why we are all here, why the petition started, and why most of the warrant of arrest has been manifested. I would like to call to the witness stand Mrs. Maya Perez. Mrs. Perez, upon the issuance or nung ginawa mo tong petition for you to be able to request he should still have a copy of it.
Sir Ray?
I think with regards to that, Your Honor, I object.
Sorry, can you please repeat and be specific? Can you please use layman's term? Medyo sumasakit talaga yung ano ko.
Sorry, Your
So,
Honor.
Your Honor, ito po yung contention ko. Yung kwento po ng witness po natin si Maya po, para sa akin po ay ino-object ko po yun kasi ang usapan lang po dito is yung validity ng pag-sign ni Chief Justice J doon sa warrant of arrest at saka doon sa TRO. Hindi naman po nagmamatter kung ano pong kwento po kasi gusto ko lang pong tingnan po the constitutionality of the TRO and at the same time po yung warrant of arrest po that is been presented as evidence in this court po. So, may counter po si Chief Justice.
And I understand where the prosecutor is coming from. And ito na lang po, Your Honor. The reason why I am here right now is because it is a question kung valid ba talaga yung mga na-manifest na documents. Tama ba?
Valid ang documents.
So, Your Honor, based dito ngayon sa story na binibigay sa inyo ni Atty. Maya, do you think that it does not have probable cause and that based on how we have approached this situation, that there was no proper due process? There was exigent circumstances that needed to be taken into consideration. I will go ahead and take the fault of any clerical error that had occurred during the creation of the documents, but everything was actually valid from start finish, Your Honor. Mrs. Perez, I don't want to take too much of your time anymore, and let me go and just ask you this one final question.
Okay.
When you actually approached me regarding this intent to create a document,
Yes, sir.
hindi siya dumaan sa akin directly. Hindi mo sinabi sa akin ever na nagagawa ka ng petition for the sinabi mo muna kay Ray, nagagawa ka nun, and then ako yung huli.
Yes po.
Then if that's the case, Your Honor, I rest my case. Mrs. Perez, thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
So, ang ino-object po nito ni Attorney Mox is yung pag-call into witness ko si Attorney Maya. And then I already gave you my intent and my request because nga this trial was given to me in a very short period of time. I was not able to prepare my own witnesses. I was not able to prepare my own counter affidavit. Kasi yung counter affidavit I presented you was just for me to acknowledge na meron nga talagang hearing, and that will be my statement thereof. So, siguro naman, Your Honor, you would allow me, who is both the defense and at the same time being prosecuted, to just have one witness to the stand, which is, you did say that it was okay earlier.
Okay, I will allow it.
Your Honor
Okay.
po, can I have a cross-examination?
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Ma'am, yung lahat ng pleadings na ginagawa niyo, ma'am, kahit petition ma yan, kailangan ba ng dahilan?
Yes.
Okay. With that being said, Your Honor, I rest my case. Your Honor, I would like to submit.
sabay na tayo ano to kasi since wala rin naman yung witness, so
Oh,
sabay
correct,
na natin nito dito.
Again, apologize regarding kay sa ating counsel and Your Honor kasi because of that unforeseeable event, this happened. I am now submitting which you also approved. Okay po, I'll proceed po.
Okay.
Panyero, you can agree to this that a person does have the right to petition a TRO, and then the police report, that will just be a document that can be provided para mas magiging mabilis or mas malaki yung chances na magagrant yung TRO. Tama naman, di ba?
Yes, it needs to
Okay.
have a participant.
Participation but to the extent but not to the point that the petition would require for it. Kasi pwede rin naman yung Department of Justice or a judicial body can conduct the investigation for them. Is that correct?
For the investigation of the CTRO.
Yeah, kasi 'di ba tayo dito sa judicial body, pwede naman tayo yung after the petition has been provided, yung document na manggagaling sa LSPD, it's just going to be for us to be able to expedite the process. Pero kung walang mai-provide yung petitioner, then we can go ahead and conduct an interview and do the investigation. Tama naman, 'di ba?
Tama.
So, with that regard, the complainant does not need to go to PD. Go.
Okay, you mentioned about there must be a consultation within investigation sa loob ng courthouse. The question is, have you consulted the next judge that time sa TRO?
During that time, Judge Dame was not available.
But there's
Ako
an
yung
email.
gising during that time.
But there's an email.
But there was already a probable cause because I was also one of the victims
But there's an
involved
email.
for the TRO.
But you would believe me na merong email.
Merong email. But again, I am in the position to actually grant the approval of this document. Is that incorrect?
Your Honor, do you think, Your Honor, it's is okay for you na if your same level justice could create his
I believe, Your
TRO?
Honor, during that time, you were still judge. And then just recently, before this case was opened, that's when I promoted you to the level of Chief Justice as well.
Is Chief Justice and Judge has different roles? They are also judge.
Yes. But
Yes,
then when it comes to level of with regards to the level of
TRO?
Hindi lang TRO, pero the level of kung sino pwede kumbaga sino mas mataas. During the time, I was in a very good position, and siguro naman I was part of the investigation. The investigation was part of the incident. Then why would I be consulting?
Oh, so why you would be consulting? So there's a discrepancy of you saying that there's an investigation dapat sa courthouse na hindi kailangan ng LS. Your Honor, yung
There's
point
did not say that, Your Honor.
Sir, let me speak. Ang Your Honor, sinasabi po ni Chief Justice, hindi kailangan ng consultation. What is your obiter dictum dito or opinion?
For my opinion, I think kailangan mo mag-consult kasi remember, we are a judicial body. So
Yes, Your
you
Honor,
need to inform your other colleagues and co-workers.
Yes,
to-
Your
to
Honor,
that
which
case.
is like I was mentioned earlier by Ms. Paya Perez, and which was affirmed by Mr. Ray Rostavili that the department is aware of this, and then it was already on my bucket or plate for
Your
me to
Honor,
be
there
able.
is, I forgot. And then, Sir Rayro said kakausapin din niya yung daddy niya, which is the judge.
And is there anything that you can add, Sir Ray Rostavillion?
Again, I was tired during that time. I wasn't able to talk to him, and then when I woke up, it
So
was already
so if that's the case, Your Honor, then ibig sabihin po ba niyan, I am not in the position to grant this TRO. That I needed consultation muna, despite of the fact that all of the evidences and as well as the testimonies does put me in a position to be able to grant it.
Your Honor po, I believe na para sa akin po, it needs an consultation kasi sinabi po niya kanina is it needs a prior investigation. So that investigation would encapsulate as well the consultation or the second opinion of every other people in the court, especially when
Before then,
But
if that's
when we
the
know-
case, depends on your can I please have your definition of investigation, prosecutor?
So we have to review. To review that on one person is not enough to review documents. Now, the TRO that was being ginawa po ni Chief Justice is that he created, he submitted, and he signed without proper investigation, aka without proper review. Kasi if he say that he reviewed it and he has all the documents, we have different understanding on how what is what is
Exactly, Your Honor, and I would agree with that. And once again, I am definitely in the position during that moment, and because of all of the exigent circumstances, then actions needed to be taken. Otherwise, what is our goal here? Not only to prosecute, but of course, as well as to make sure that a person's right, which is also a person's right to security, needs to be upheld. Am I correct, prosecutor?
correct. But please take note, Your Honor, that unahin ko muna, yung Chief Justice saka Judge, hindi po yan nag-iiba po sa functions. From that said effect, it has to be, even if it's not consulted, it should
Wait,
at
in
least...
terms of duties, in terms of duties.
Let me speak first.
Yeah. No, I just want to go ahead and repeat what you said. In terms of duties.
In terms of duties, okay, in terms of
Mm-hmm.
duties, since we have two judges here in the house, as part of being courtesy and also to have a legitimate standpoint on to review and to secure a accurate document, it needs to have a consultation to a person with the same function. You are the
Mhm.
judge, and I'm trying to level the judge for the judge also that he's also who is appointed as the judge. I believe there's no difference in that. Kung sinasabi niyo po na it's just an exigency, we have an E. Or at least, ito na lang po at least, kahit you approve it, at least to inform the judge, I have finished the TRO and I hope grant me a TRO. Judge Dame, have you received an update or knowledge or information regarding sa TRO na
None.
the rest my case?
Then let me go ahead and counter this, Judge Dame.
Okay.
Judge Dame, you are definitely on the email. Is this correct?
Yes.
And you are aware of the threads that are being posted both in every channel, LSP Leo Tematos, and as well as the department chat room. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, we had conversations about my recent incidents. So, let me go and ask you this. Prior to that, actually, me approving it, you are aware that there was a document or there was a petition. You saw it.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, I saw it. But
So, you are aware then? You are aware?
yes, I'm aware because it was already approved by you.
Yeah.
And
So,
I don't
then
have
for-
any I
Mhm.
don't have any idea and what happened.
So in short, Your Honor, it's not me questioning your excellency, pero ito na lang po, Your Honor. Prior to everything that has been submitted in this court, kasi the question is the validity, di ba, of my decision to create the said document, and because of, let me go ahead and just reiterate this, because of exigent circumstances, am I not in the position to grant this for the safety and as well as the security of an individual or said individuals based on our constitutional rights?
Yes, you are in the position.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Permission to speak, Your Honor.
Oh,
Yes, Mr. Rostavili.
About sa TRO na sinasabi, prior to yung before ni-arrest ni Chief Justice J. Perez yung case niya, wala naman po nakalagay na anything about the TRO na posted in the ultimatums po until it was approved.
Let me
Yun
check
lang po.
It was, the petition was there, Your Honor. Just for your information. The petition was posted. And then, as mentioned earlier, all of the necessary bodies of our department have been contacted and coordinated, but because of unforeseen circumstances, it was not processed in a timely manner, and I had to take into action because of exigent circumstances that actually pushed the constitutional right of the person's security.
Consultation, I believe, can just last maybe a max of 5 minutes. Yun lang po sa
I don't, yes, and I agree with that. So hopefully, Your Honor, as we go through the final deliberation of the evidences, testimonies by both parties, I hope you also put into your judgment that this is not only a matter of us questioning the validity and as well as the integrity of me as Chief Justice, but as well as the sense of urgency that was needed to procure the said document, because that is our obligation to the public.
Let's take a 2 to 3 minutes break and then
Deliberation naman na, di ba?
Yes, I will announce the final verdict.
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor.
Okay.
Tara, Panyero.
Wait lang. Kain muna kayo dyan. Ha? Kayo na
Thank you,
pa kayo
thank
magsasalita. Ito,
Okay.
Chef J, ito sa inyo.
Ay, ito pala sa akin.
Ayan.